Blessed love to everyone, please lend me your ears. Let me just say that this month's video lecture is now available. It is a two-part video lecture entitled, Who is this King of Glory? This goes into the reality of Emperor Haile Selassie I. The first part, the first video lecture, actually goes into the coronation of the Shah of Iran, and we use that event to show how Haile Selassie I, amongst all the leaders of the world, is considered the King of Glory. That is something that you would have to watch to get properly. And then the second part, we take time to look at it from a theological level, to explain even from the biblical aspect, with reality added to it, that Haile Selassie I is the fulfillment of the prophecies of not only Bible but other ancient spiritual writings. Again, my brothers and sisters, this is a two-part video lecture that we have produced for this month. Who is this King of Glory? And of course, the answer really is Haile Selassie I. So you could get the video of the video lecture, or you could get the audio version of the lecture given. It is two parts, and both parts, the video itself of the video lecture is only 50 United States dollars in currency, and the audio of the two-part lecture, Who is this King of Glory, is only $20, again United States currency. And of course, you could make your payment via PayPal, or you could also make your payment through any of the money transfer that are available. But for more information and to place your order, you contact us via our email, that is priestisaac27@gmail.com, for as these videos and the audios as well are e-products. So we will be sending it to you via your email, and you will be getting them in your inbox. Of course, all subscribers to our nightly program, The Shock of the Hour, will be definitely getting a copy of the audio and a copy of the video, the double-part, two-part lecture series, which is our video lecture for this month, Who is this King of Glory? But let me also say that anyone that will order the video lecture itself, two parts, only $50, we will give you a month worth of the Shock of the Hour nightly recorded program. This is approximately 16 programs for the month, an hour plus for each program, nightly program, giving you enough information and inspiration. So again, email us priestisaac27@gmail.com and order video lecture and uplift their understanding and show it to the family. Who is this King of Glory? Bless. Yes, we definitely give thanks. Blessed love to each and every one. Give thanks for your presence with us. The shock of the hour is at hand. You're definitely in the tiger's nest with us. Giving joy and of course exalting Haile Selassie. All doings and saying, glorified Melchizedek. Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, Messiah Garvey is with us. Give thanks to the 3 in 1 and 1 in 3. The ancient prophet, priest, and king. And on the exact opposite side of the celestial globe, we have the mother and the father of creation. Give thanks with the man-child, the Sahu. So we understand the science of the Trinity and the Holy Trinity. And it is a joy that we could gather with our brothers and sisters again for another edition of this Tiger's Nest presentation of the Shock of the Hour. Yes, blessed love to each and every one. Let me just remind you so many things to remind people of it. Remember, we're looking at the 15th day of December. The 15th day of December, we will be releasing officially our 4th documentary, full-length documentary. We are talking about fairy tale folly days, nursery crime. We're talking about the full execution. We ain't playing around, eh? We're bringing that thing to an end. We're bringing the trilogy of the fairy tales to an end. No matter who they invent after that, the damage will be done so terribly to them ink and paper and graphic designs that when we're done with them, man, you're going to be afraid to even think about them. Yeah, I'm talking about the execution, yeah, of fairy tale folly days. So, you know, make sure you get a copy of that for your children. You know, and definitely, as I said, for the 15th day of December. And you could even pre-order your copy. And of course, that is going to be a massive presentation, definitely, for you. But even something closer to home, remember, at the end of this month, at the end of the month, we definitely will be officially releasing via premiere our documentary, our lecture, our monthly video lecture. Well, our video lecture for this month will be Who is the King of Glory? And we are definitely looking to, you know, give a premiere at the end of this month. And we are looking at one showing only, but I mean, the Who is the King of Glory itself will be available in about 7 days' time. So, of course, all those who are with us, you know, those on our subscription team, for sure, they will be getting a copy of Who is the King of Glory. And for anyone else who desire a copy of Who is the King of Glory, which we will be definitely going into, not just the divinity now, but because there's so many people talking so many different things, we gotta definitely put something together for the people so they could understand, well, who is the King of Glory? And you know who we're talking about, Haile Selassie the First. So you look forward to that at the end of September. As I said, we'll be having a special premiere on the YouTube, one showing only, and in about 7 days, we will be ready to release it to those who desire to contact us and get a copy. So if you desire to get a copy of Who is the King of Glory, which is our video lecture for this month, Who is the King of Glory, all you have to do is contact us via the email, priestisaac27@gmail.com, and we will send you that, obviously, video style. And still reminding you again, the 15th day of December, we are talking about what is known as the execution, fairy tale folly days and nursery crimes. So many things taking place, and of course, we can't forget that the winter solstice is right at hand, eh? The winter solstice, our yearly winter solstice, the Green Castle Hill, and so many other things. So we are also, you know, inviting the international public or international friends to get themselves together and prepare to come up, down, across, wherever you may be, and join us here in Antigua for the winter solstice. But of course, as the programs continue, we will give you more information upon that. We can't talk about everything, because if we do, by the time we're done, the whole hour gone, you know. So give thanks for your presence this evening. We're going to talk about the petals of light. We're going to be talking about the powers, the will, the spirit and the soul. We did a program just the other evening talking about the spirit. And I'm sure everyone could remember I made a distinction between the soul and the spirit. And all you have to do is revisit that program there. As I said, those who are subscribers, for sure, I know you would have already delved into that program and dissected it. The soul, the spirit, because the soul is really the soul, just like the term itself says, the soul, and the spirit, that quickening spirit, the life. So it's good that we could differentiate between them and understand that we are a soul. We are souls here. We're not bodies. We're not flesh and bones, as they say. The real us is our soul. And again, the quickening spirit. And your spirit is the spirit of your soul. But anyway, as I said, we already went into that. We don't like to keep going over things, New things on the horizon. We have new things to say. We have new expressions to give out. So what I'm going to do this evening, give thanks, Honorable Princess, for your presence. Yes, we're going to be talking about the science of the chakra. We're going to be talking about the petals of light. We're going to be talking about the movements thereof, of the spirit and the kundalini in such a vibration. Give thanks, Honorable Prince. Yes, give thanks continually for the life giver and the keeper of life. A bit of meditation and focusing. Some of that we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to begin by listening to a bit of information, because I got a lot to reveal here tonight, So I just hope that everyone is in the mood, everyone is in the groove, and we're going to be talking about the chakra. A lot of people say chakras don't exist, and so many different things, and you can't find it in the Kemetic science, and all of these pseudo talk, but that's not really. I only mention that because some of our listeners, no offense to nobody, but that's the level that they're on, and that's their level of entertainment, so we just gotta acknowledge it. But trust me, not feel no way. We've gone far beyond. Let us enter into this.
The 7 chakras are the vital centers of spiritual power within the human body, in which energy flows freely from one chakra to the next. These energetic centers help to regulate all the internal functions of our bodies, such as boosting the immune system, regulating our emotions, and even allow us to connect to our elevated consciousness, which is our higher self. The chakras themselves are positioned in a straight line configuration, starting from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Each chakra has its own vibrational frequency, which in turn is represented by a particular color. Let's begin at the base of the spine. This first chakra is called the root chakra, and its main function is to look after the spine, legs, feet, as well as your physical body. This chakra provides us with everything we need to survive and prosper, such as food, water, stability, security, and physical energy. When this chakra is open, we typically feel safe and fearless, and when it's not functioning properly, we will normally feel low on energy. We will also tend to develop problems in our feet, legs, hips, or spine. Now let's move up to the second chakra. This chakra is called the sacral chakra, and it's located just below your navel. The purpose of this chakra is to look after your bladder, kidneys, reproductive system, and lower abdomen. This chakra deals with the emotional body, sensuality, and creativity. It is the center of our feelings and sensations, which in turn are the driving force for the enjoyment of our life through the 5 senses. So in essence, it allows us to feel the world around us. If this chakra is not functioning properly, then you might develop problems in your bladder, kidney, or pelvic area. Consequently, you may also find yourself...
Now, before you go any further, let me just be clear. Even for the total novice, anyone that's listening that has never heard about the chakra, anyone that's listening that has no idea whatsoever, don't worry. Everything is blessed. Let us just continue to go with the flow. Just listen. In fact, I'm going to start this over. And listen well, because we're going to go into this in depth.
The The 7 chakras are the vital centers of spiritual power within the human body, in which energy flows freely from one chakra to the next. These energetic centers help to regulate all the internal functions of our bodies, such as boosting the immune system, regulating our emotions, and even allow us to connect to our elevated consciousness, which is our higher self. The chakras themselves are positioned in a straight line configuration, starting from the base of the spine to the crown of the head.
So the chakra themselves, we're talking about 7 chakras.
Power within the human body, in which energy flows freely from one chakra to the next. These energetic centers help to regulate all the internal functions of our bodies, such as boosting the immune system, regulating our emotions, and even allow us to connect to our elevated consciousness, which is our higher self. The chakras themselves are positioned in a straight line configuration, starting from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Each chakra has its own vibrational frequency, which in turn is represented by a particular color. Let's begin at the base of the spine. This first chakra is called the root chakra, and its main function is to look after the spine, legs, feet, as well as your physical body. This chakra provides us with everything we need to survive and prosper, such as food, water, stability, security, and physical energy. When this chakra is open, we typically feel safe and fearless, and when it's not functioning properly, we will normally feel low on energy. We will also tend to develop problems in our feet, legs, hips, or spine. Now let's move up to the second chakra. This chakra is called the sacral chakra, and it's located just below your navel. The purpose of this chakra is to look after your bladder, kidneys, reproductive system, and lower abdomen. This chakra deals with the emotional body, sensuality, and creativity. It is the center of our feelings and sensations, which in turn are the driving force for the enjoyment of our life through the 5 senses. So in essence, it allows us to feel the world around us. If this chakra is not functioning properly, then you might develop problems in your bladder, kidney, or pelvic area. Consequently, you may also find yourself struggling to find any sense of joy in your life. Moving on, the following and third chakra is called the solar plexus chakra, which is located in your stomach region. This chakra makes sure that your stomach, liver, intestines, and digestive system are working properly. The purpose of this chakra is to make sure we conduct our life in accordance with what we believe in. It helps us find direction in life and allows us to take the actions needed in order to reach our goals. The solar plexus chakra also acts as a line of defense that protects our own moral code and integrity. It does this by making sure we don't stray too far from our path, and therefore not allowing other people's opinions and negative beliefs to influence our state of mind or decision making. If your solar plexus chakra is out of balance, you might suffer from bad digestion, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas problems. You might also have trouble standing up for what you believe in, saying no out of fear of being judged, and might even find yourself expressing your opinions in a defensive and angry manner. Now let's move our attention to the fourth chakra. This chakra is called the heart chakra, which is located in the chest region, and its duty is to look after your heart, lungs, and circulatory system. This chakra also keeps your heart open and loving, therefore making it easier for us to express our emotions and allow us to be more compassionate towards others. The heart chakra also acts as a purification system for all the other chakras, thereby cleansing them of any negative emotions and allowing our entire energy field to remain positive. When this chakra is open, you will feel a deep sense of connectedness with everything that is around you. Hence, you will come to the realization that there is beauty in all things. Forgiveness, empathy, and love for oneself is also another benefit of having this chakra activated. However, when there is a blockage in the heart chakra, you may experience difficulties in relating to others. You might even feel excessive jealousy, codependence, lack of sympathy, and even bitterness. Imbalance within this chakra may bring about several health issues, such as heart-related problems, lung infections, and even bronchitis. Next, we move on to the fifth chakra, which is referred to as the throat chakra. And as the name implies, it is situated in the throat region. Its job is to look after your throat, thyroid, neck, and jaw. This chakra will essentially help you to find your true, authentic, and individual voice and assist you in expressing it, therefore making it an important instrument of communication and expression. Behavioral and psychological characteristics associated with this chakra can include a good sense of timing, realizing your vocation, purpose, propensity to create and project ideas into reality. Another function of this chakra is its ability to connect you with the etheric realm and the more subtle realms of spirit and intuitive abilities. When the throat chakra is blocked, it can lead to a lack of control of one's speech, speaking too much or inappropriately, for example, not being able to listen to others, excessive fear of public speaking, inability to keep secrets, keep your word, or it may even push you to tell lies. Now, we move on to the sixth chakra, which is referred to as the third eye chakra, and it's located in the center of the forehead, between and above your eyebrows. This chakra looks after your brain, neurological system, eyes, ears, and nose. This chakra also has the ability to unlock the power of the mind, and therefore it can help teach us how to heal ourselves and change our life through our very own willpower. The third eye chakra can give us vision, intuition, perception of subtle dimensions, and movements of energy. It connects us to wisdom, insight, and can unlock our psychic abilities related to clairvoyance and clairaudience. Sustaining awareness of the third eye chakra energy might require some focus on our part and the ability to relax into a new way of seeing things. When we learn to truly focus the mind and consciousness itself, we can better see past the distractions and illusions of this world. Therefore, we will have a clearer understanding of the truth. Thus, we can have more insight to live and create in a way that is truly aligned with our highest good. Third eye chakra imbalance can result in lack of clarity, rejection of everything that is spiritual, feeling stuck, and unable to see past our problems in order to solve them. It will also create health problems associated with the brain, such as blurry vision, insomnia, sinus issues, and nausea. Lastly, we move on to the final chakra within the 7 chakra system, which is called the crown chakra. This chakra is located at the top of the head, and its function is to look after your upper brain and nervous system. The crown chakra gives us access to higher states of awareness and allows us to tap into the universal consciousness. It will help to awaken you to your highest truth, which is that you are an infinite being of light that is enclosed in a temporary human body, so that you can experience life here on earth. When you awaken to this truth, you will experience true inner peace and a bliss so magnificent that nothing else in the human experience could ever come close.
Inner peace. You hear? Inner peace. When you hear of the chakras again, just to be clear, it is said to have really originated the term in the Sanskrit language or the Sanskrit writings, and it's spinning wheels of light and power and spiritual energy. That's what a chakra really is. Now we know that there is a natural balance in nature of the physical and the spirit, the spiritual realms. And in the same way as individuals are connected to the spiritual realms, even your organs are connected also to the spiritual realms. Just as people have guardians and guardian angels, angels of light, even organs have specific deities, if you want to use the term, and some of who we call saints that watch over them and are, are in charge of them. But if an individual would like to disconnect themselves from the unseen realms, that which they could hardly explain, the spiritual realms, I think that's utter craziness. It's obvious that there is that's what happens when people die. Nobody died. Nothing else, so. We so caught up, we just really caught up. Yeah, it's sad to see, sometimes how people are taken away from, ripped apart from their physical. I could agree with that. And you know what I mean? But what we call death, really, unless you really comprehend it, you shouldn't even use them terms. All that happens there is that the physical anatomy that you were using, that really replaces itself over and over again. Within any 10-year span, the you that existed at 10 years old. In fact, let me put it a little further. The you that existed at 2 years old is a totally different you at 42. That ain't you. It's not big. You didn't get bigger. Not bigger you got. You know what I mean? Every part of you has changed several times. The only thing that may be the same is the bones. The bones are mystic. And maybe the hair. When you hear people say you have baby hair. But everything else, skin, everything, the organs have replaced themselves. Naturally, that's science. I know I'm not making this up. So I'm just saying that to say. It's not like it's a balloon and they blow it up, every year you get bigger. No, the point is that the real you is the spirit. The soul, actually, is the real you. The soul, that is you. As I said in the other episode we did about 2 months ago, we did that on spiritual. The spirit is the spirit of the physical, and the spirit is also the spirit of the soul. But the soul, it is the soul. That's why it's called the soul. And right now, this, at the bottom of your feet is where you have your soul. And to show you how dread it is, you still have a soul at the bottom of your shoe. So you're walking on double soles, about 4 of them, because it's 2 legs and 2 shoes. You know what I mean? Call them soul there. At the bottom of your feet, when the same brow chakra, that area there that they call the third eye chakra. In fact, the pineal gland, really. So we into really crown and brow chakra. Because that's another thing. The petals of light or the chakra still, some cases, not directly limited to, one organ, but still encompass several. It's a deep vibe. So the pineal gland is said to be the seat of the soul. That's in the top of your head. But now your soul, is at the bottom of your feet. And the soul is really the life-giving source at the center, the soul, the soul Oman, the Solomon. I ain't talking about Wailing Wall. You see somebody done snatched that and gone down the wrong alley, man. We weren't even nowhere close to that. We ain't there tonight. Sorry, come back next week. We ain't talking about that level there. We're talking about Solomon, the source, the sun, the solar system, S-O-L, the soul is the soul. So your soul is related to even the sun. So that is why this sun, Sol Ra, Solar, R-A Ra, Solar, Ra, Sol Ra, R-A Ra, and A-R-R, Solar. Solar, Ra is the sun, and Ra is the soul, in the ancient Kemetic vibration there. So it's the same thing as I said, the soul, Amon, because Amon Ra, Sol Ra is soul, Sol Amon, Ra Amon, Amon Ra. That is the life force, the hidden one, the grandmaster, not the grandmaster. Yeah, the grandmaster they call the Solomon, the knights of the temples of Solomon. So your soul, my point is your soul. is the rich essence of you. Oh, that is you. Not this physical here. I mean, that's you too, you know. Don't get me wrong. That is you. And utilize it correctly and properly. You know what I mean? Give thanks for being in the land of the living. Let's not go nowhere. But the point I'm making is that the physical and the spiritual, but the soul. So the chakra now, what has been explained here, let me just read a bit here. I want to read a bit of something here for you, you know, so we can even delve into this. I have a few things that, you know what I mean, they say up your sleeves. Yeah, I have a few things up my sleeve. So, you know, the root chakra, basic trust. You know, the sacral chakra, sexuality and creativity. You know, the root chakra has a bit to do with that too. As I said, they also overlap in many cases. The solar plexus chakra, the wisdom and power. The heart chakra, love and healing. The throat chakra, communication. The third eye chakra, what was once called the brow chakra, awareness. The crown chakra, the top of your head, spirituality. So, navutudreams.com, eh? Yeah. The root chakra, Muladhara, that's how that is pronounced. Muladhara sounds somewhat like, what it is you studied? Guinea. The Hindu tradition, right? The Lord Ganesha and these ones here. Hanuman. Located at the base or the root, this chakra represents grounding and survival needs like shelter and security. Often a good one to focus on if you travel a lot. Okay, so the sacral chakra is located at the sacrum, a large piece of bone at the base of the spine. But the chakra represents pleasure, emotional balance, and sexuality, associated with the color orange, and the productive organ, prostate, and the bladder. Well, prosperity, that's how we, you know, the prostate and the prosperity, the prostate. What state is the prostate? Is it in a professional state, a prostate? You know? Yeah. And also the first chakra, the root chakra, the color red, represented by the color red, the spinal column, and also even have a link with the kidneys and the legs and the colon. You know, that's the first chakra coming from the bottom up, basically, literally, really, you know, the root chakra. So, and the sacral chakra dealing with sexuality and emotional balance and pleasure, and the organs, the prostate and the bladder. Then the navel chakra, located by the belly button or the navel, you know, and this chakra represents our willpower and assertion, and it is yellow in color and association with the pancreas, the liver, the stomach, the heart chakra. Anahata, the heart chakra, located centrally near the heart. This chakra represents, of course, love, unconditional love, acceptance, compassion, intuitiveness. The color is green, and the associated organs are the heart, the circulatory system, the arms and the hands, the throat chakra, Vishuddha. It sounds like Vishnu somewhat, because Vishuddha, located at the throat. And this chakra is all about communication, creativity, truth, reliability. The color is blue, and the organs associated are thyroid, hypothalamus, throat and mouth. The third eye chakra, which is the sixth, you know, and that's Ajna, located at the center of the brain. at a cross section found between the eyes just above the ear. And that also represents the division of the sun and the solar winds, you know. Yeah, definitely, when you look into the whole science of it, the chakra represents wisdom and imagination, intuitive, and the ability to analyze and perceive the truth of the world. The color is a deep purple. You know, the color is a deep purple. And the associated organ are the pituitary gland, the nose, the ears, and the pineal gland. And as I said, the pineal gland is what? The seat of the soul. The crown chakra, you know, Sahasrara. The only chakra to be found outside the physical body. You know, the crown, well, basically, you know, the top of the head, you know, is like an opening in the crown. You know, that's why it says that even the baby, when the baby is born, the top of the skull is not full, it's a bit soft. I know that for a fact. So the crown chakra now, the only chakra to be found outside of the physical goody. This is located just above the crown of the head in what is considered our spiritual goody. That must be somewhere in the locks there. Then I mean, yeah, especially as a bubble how it wrap up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's interesting. There are less words about this chakra, and there are no physical organs associated, but it's associated with vitalizing the upper brain. So it's still connected to the brain. But basically that's it, because there's an opening there. As I said, that's where the light now, and the color is a light purple. A light purple, or indigo, or white. Very interesting. Or white. If you notice as well, the whole science of the chakra now, an individual cannot stay away or put their mind away from the physical aspect of your livity, primarily your health, your wealth. I'm speaking of how you eat, what you feast, what you don't eat, when you eat and when you don't eat. This is what naturally keeps the organs refreshed. Yes, many would make the argument that, yeah, you may have known someone who ate well and still get sick, and even I does eat well. Sometimes I eat good, I try, and sometimes I still get sick, but I mean, whatever and whatever. And sometimes what you consider is as being sick, you know, it's the body healing itself, the goody healing itself. That's reality. That does happen. You know, some of the fevers and these things that you get is really sometimes the body killing, you know, killing cancers and these things. That's what happens. It's war taking place and you think you're getting sick. You know, sometimes you still really get sick too, you know, if you want to call it that, depending on how you see it working. But that's no excuse. Even if you think I'm eating the best vegan diet and I'm not losing any weight, well, listen, I like to stay in my lane. But in the common sense lane, you cannot tell me eating fresh fruits and vegetables, you know, definitely if you're getting them directly from the farmer or directly from the real market, and even if you're, you know, preparing food by cooking and baking, but you do it with the best ingredients and under the best circumstances and drinking the best liquids and the best water and the best of the green juices, you cannot tell me that if you live like that, you are not showing more appreciation to your physical body than if you're eating steaks and fat burgers and sodas and greasy fries and cotton candy and marshmallows. Obviously, I mean, you don't have to be a doctor. Whether you're losing weight or not, I can't explain all that to you right now. But I know it only makes sense, even if you still die. I don't care. it only, not that I don't care if you die, that's not what I'm talking. It only makes sense that eating that way, the vegetables and fresh vegetables and so-called organic, and as I said, taken from the farmer's hand, and eating on time and not eating too late, and fasting and drinking the bitters and other things that will cleanse, obviously, man. Nah, man, it only makes sense that you're doing something good for these organs that we were just speaking about. So what that does now, it enhances the connection with these organs and the spiritual wheels of light associated with them, the chakras. And this is why some would even say that not only the colors that you wear, but the food that you eat, some colors are directly connected to the chakra. So where you have green, the green leafy vegetables, do well for that area, the heart, and even the purple foods, the eggplants and the purple cabbages and other purple foods are said to be master for the brain. Where that area there you find also the brow chakra, and still the crown chakra is still related to a lighter purple, or in some cases even white. And then now the colors that they have associated with the chakra now, specifically in general, what appears to be the spectrum. You see, it's the spectrum as we know it, and there's something very outstanding about it that I will get to right now. But it's the spectrum as we know it, but in a reflected form. Because the spectrum now, the spectrum is with the we all know the red, the orange, and the yellow and the green coming from the top, coming down, and the blue, and then the purple, and the coming down, wearing as how the light that is portrayed from the chakra, the spectrum is seen, if you want to use the term, upside down. Now, when you see people argue about the chakras being pseudo, this is one of the things that they bring up. The colors, really, there's nothing, that can really validate that these wheels are directly associated with these colors. I mean, in the realms of prove that for me. That's what I mean. I mean, they have mystics that will tell you they see these colors, and of course your aura. We can all see aura. The aura may not necessarily look like them colors there for sure, but the aura is a thing you can see. And for sure, take it from me, you can see people's aura. The light, there is light around us, and colors. Not, as I said, not the color sequence that they have the chakra in the way the spectrum being in that position. As I said, some people will argue this is one of the reasons why it's not valid, because who is it that said this? Can you prove the science of the colors aligning in that way? Well, I for sure, as I'm saying, even to the audience, this is really something that an individual would have had to experience. Because really there's no hard proof to say them is the colors directly associated with you. It is something a person will be very more, if you want to say, dogmatic in their belief of this culture, to strongly defend that. As I said, there's certain foods that are associated with the colors. As I said, the cabbage does wonders for the brain, the purple cabbage and purple food in general. But that don't mean it don't do wonders for the intestines too, and for digestion and for other things. So it's not as if we're going to get lost into it. But the point I'm making is that if that color sequence is valid, because we really, honestly, we don't want to get caught in nothing pseudo and make-believe and another man's idea. What's the proof of this? That them is the color sequence, the hardcore proof. You know, their light and their colors. You know, who is it that made this up? For example, they have different stones. The garnet stone, some people associate certain stones with certain months. And when I say month, from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. The fact that you're going to associate something with from the beginning of March to the end of March, the beginning of April to the end of April, the beginning of May to the end of May, May 31st, 1st to 31st and all of that. That is, you're fitting that into a construct that has nothing to do with us. That's a Gregorian calendar construct, a Roman construct. So now all of a sudden, the stone is directly linked to this month. The people ask you what month you're born. Oh, I was born in February. Oh, that means you're this stone. And this is a stone. Well, if you were born the last day in January, your stone is different than if you were born the first day in February. And some people are born in the first day of February, but say they're born the last day of January because they're not aware of the fact that when the sun sets, it's a brand new day. So you get the wrong stone. But who said it was the right stone anyway? The point I'm making, for you to take maybe an ancient art that maybe does connect you to a stone and fit it into a calendar system that is totally out of whack, it's not doing justice to you. That's why when I watch even the zodiac, when people connect themselves to these zodiac signs, there's value in it. But with the understanding of astronomy and the clock, the astronomical clock, time is moving on. And these same zodiac signs are not in the same angle of degrees that they were even 1,000 years ago. So something has shifted, even if it's just by 7 days, there is a shift. So people who say that they're Sagittarius may not be Sagittarius at all. It may be something else because the time has shifted. The idea is correct, but the date and time has shifted. It's moving 72 degrees. The movement of the sun. 1 degree every 72 years. Yeah, these 72 years add up. 720 years the sun has gone 10 degrees in its shift of zodiac power and zodiac belt and the movement of the zodiac in relation to when you were born, in relation to your sign. But we're still using an old time, play with the cards sort of zodiac astro misguide vibration. And I'm saying all that in importance when it comes to science and how you have to validate. So people may tell you connecting yourself to stars is pseudoscience too. No, that means real science. It becomes pseudo, obviously, when you just get lost in a construct, that is not directly connected to you. Connecting yourself to certain rocks, gold, diamond, rubies, whatever it is. I don't see nothing wrong with that, even maybe when you were born. But trying to fit ruby in the month of May, from the 1st to the 31st of May, and then from the 1st of June, now you're going to topaz or something else just overnight at the strike of midnight. I can't follow them kind of thing there. That's what I'm saying. So when I look at the rainbow now, in the heavens, we know that the red is up. But when the rainbow is extremely bright, then you see the reflection appear. We're dealing with common sense science. Then you see the reflection appear. And just like any other reflection, you would see the purple region on the top and the red region at the bottom, similar to how the chakra is seen. To me, if that is the real sequence, that is just showing me that we are just but a reflection, again, of who we really are. The real shining light is that unseen. We are a reflection of our true soul. So in a sense, like when you are in a movie theater and you have the reel or the video playing and the projector, what did I say? The projector would project the video on a canvas. several feet across the room. That's what we are. Our soul ain't necessarily inside of us, like you could just pry your mouth open and dig in your hand and pull out your spirit and pull out your soul. No. Your soul is in its place, in its throne, in its seat. But yet still, we are being projected from a distant region in the existence of the universe, let's put it that way, to where we are right here communicating in flesh and bones. So that's why it is necessary to make a connection within your physical body and your spiritual self, your organs, as well as the chakra. When you look at the Bobo Shanti seven color banner, I'm sure you'd hear ones argue about the purple being over the blue, because in the rainbow color banner, the true rainbow, the blue is above the purple, but in the Bobo banner, the purple above the blue. The Honorable Priest was giving me a nice, a real humorous one. He said, Jah put the purple over the blue because he don't foresee that the gay community can come with that flag. You know what I mean? So he just distinguished himself from them one time. I tell you, I must say, I had a little joy, when he brought that out, But yet still, I take that word. But for sure, there's more science to that. As I said, the purple in the crown chakra, the brow chakra, which is the third eye chakra, and the throat chakra. Them three chakras that deal with spirituality. The purple is above the blue, just like in our 7 color banner. I would leave it at that. Now, I want to read something here. This is taken from the book, The Tutankhamun Prophecies by Maurice Cotterell. A book that we definitely full joy a lot. Let me just read quickly here. It says, the 9 gateways to heaven. Endocrine glands are organs, listen good, endocrine glands are organs that secrete hormones into the blood supply into the blood supply or lymph. Hormones in turn play an important part in bodily chemical changes and impinge on the activities of the other organs. Disease arises with the malfunction in endocrine secretion. Okay, pardon me there. Just give me a moment there. You know how it is with the computer. It just kind of went away there for me. Just don't worry, I'm right here. So you're talking about the endocrine system, the secretion of hormones. This is, okay, I'm right there. This is the Tutankhamun prophecy. Please forgive me. Yeah, so let's get this good. Hormones in turn play an important, let's start from the beginning. Endocrine glands are organs that secrete hormones into the blood supply or lymph. Right. Hormones in turn play an important part in bodily chemical changes and impinge on the activities of other organs. You get that? Good. Disease arises with malfunction in endocrine secretion. Okay, that one is very clear. Yeah, the disease arises when the endocrine system is not working properly. Basically, that's what it's saying. Okay. Now, the main endocrine glands are as follows. The pituitary, located at the base of the brain. This is the master gland of the body and behaves like an orchestral conductor controlling the functions of the other glands. I'm not going to read every single thing. It produces the thyroid stimulating hormone, the adrenal stimulating hormone, somathorin, the growth hormone SMH, the follicle stimulating hormone that has to do with the whole cycle of the woman, the luteinizing hormone, same thing, and also the lactation hormone, uterus contraction hormone. So what I'm saying there now, just to show you, that's in the brain, obviously, and just to show you that that is connected to all them other aspects of the system of both male and female, and the connection with the whole system. Okay, now what I just like to highlight here, I'm actually looking at this on the net, and I see that a few things are not in order here. Okay, fair enough. What I would like to highlight, just like they align colors to the chakra and the organs related with such, they're also petals of light. Petals of light. They call, when it comes to the wheels of light, you have petals of light. So in other words, the adrenals, or the base chakra, also known as the root chakra, has 4 petals of light. Then you have the testes and the ovaries, which is the sacral chakra. That is 6 petals of light. Then you have the solar plexus, which is the pancreas, the solar plexus chakra, which is 10 petals of light. The heart chakra which obviously is related to the heart too, but the thymus gland, we deal with the endocrine system here, is 12 petals of light. Then you have the throat chakra, thyroid, 16 petals of light. The brow chakra, which they call the third eye chakra, the pineal gland, 96 petals of light. And in this publication, the crown chakra is connected to the pituitary, 1,000 petals of light. When you add up these petals of light, you get 144,000 petals of light. So when you add up the power of the chakra within yourself, you get 144,000 petals of radiation and revolving wheel of energy. 144,000. Remember, the Bible speaks about 144,000 elect saints, numberless as children upon the seashore, sand upon the seashore. These 12,000 from each tribe, from each 12 tribe, 144,000 elected, that shall enter into Zion, into the 12 gates that go around the walls of the New Jerusalem, of which above each of these gates had a different stone, like an onyx stone and a sapphire stone, so there is a science. We're not running from it. But a lot of this is allegory, and there's a literal aspect to it too, because literally, when you balance your chakra, this is what I'm saying. When you balance the glands, proper eating, good social habits, upful and righteous living, man, and doing the right and living right and practicing meditation, practicing Tai Chi, practicing what they call the martial arts, practicing ancient, all the ancient knowledge and information, gathering that as well. And just living right. That's why it's good to follow God. To find the true religion. Yeah, I purposely use them terms. Because now, what that will do, once you obey and trust and obey, you will start to balance your chakra. And the base chakra, the root chakra, that maybe revolves only 4 petals of light. But how much petals are we revolving? Maybe 0.0003. But when you live up and eat up and do the right and do what's up full, you'll be revolving 4 petals of light. Get the sacral up to the 6 petals of light instead of 1 petal of light. Get the solar plexus up to 10 petals of light. How much your solar plexus running? 2 or 3 petals of light? Maybe it's all 10. Heart, 12 petals of light. Throat, 16 and 96 for the brow and 1,000 for the crown. And if you have everything there working perfectly, you have 144. Well, 1,000 when you multiply it. Because you have 1440, but we're dealing with symbolic, the esoterics. That's what we're dealing with. So what that shows you is that, remember, light, travels at 186,000 miles per second. But because the light travels in an arc, for example, around the globe, the speed of light in an arc is 144,000 minutes of arc per second. So light travels at 144,000 minutes of arc per second. So that's why the halo around the head of Christ and these people is people that have their chakra well perfectly balanced with the 144,000 petals of light. So give thanks for the understanding of the chakra and how it's connected in the fullness of the agency of Melchizedek and Tahuti. Because Tahuti, that the standard of its scepter with the snakes around it, the Kadus, is the Kundalini, the rising energy. Bust the heavens. The heavens, man. That's why your heavens, the brain, the mind is considered as the heavens, So give thanks, the 144,000 found with Tutankhamun, found with Lord Pakal, and we can go on and on and on, Yeah, if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. Remember, to get a copy of the new video lecture, Who is the King of Glory? People saying all sorts of things. They see the King of Glory, man, Haile Selassie. Observe him. That is 144 petals of light radiating there in all perfection. Who is the King of Glory? In approximately 7 days, we will be releasing Who is the King of Glory. And of course, those who subscribe to the Mystic will definitely be getting their copy first. And at the same time, we will be making a presentation, a premiere. We'll be premiering it on YouTube at the end of the month, but it's just going to be for one presentation only, So whatever the case is, email us precise@27@gmail.com and get your copy. Well, if you're not a subscriber, get your copy of and when I say subscriber, we're talking about the shock of the hour. Yeah, and get your copy of course, of the Who is the King of Glory. Got to go into this again, and give it a next level so we can really understand. We showed them Haile Selassie's Kepra, Herbie, 53. Yeah? We showed them clearly that Haile Selassie is Orion, even down to Atlas. Not just the second coming of Christ, that's just one of the many things. Tutankhamun, Semenkhare, elephant in the room business, But hey, who is the King of Glory? Just look forward to that. Hey, it takes some realize to realize, and remember, the 15th of December, the execution, Fairy Tale Folly Days and Nursery Crime, our fourth full-length documentary.
DVD.
You realize that are amongst us. Holy Emmanuel eyes.
Selassie, Jah, Rastafarai.
Blessed love to everyone, please lend me your ears. Let me just say that this month's video lecture is now available. It is a two-part video lecture entitled, Who is this King of Glory? This goes into the reality of Emperor Haile Selassie I. The first part, the first video lecture, actually goes into the coronation of the Shah of Iran. And we use that event to show how Haile Selassie I, amongst all the leaders of the world, is considered the King of Glory. That is something that you would have to watch to get properly. And then the second part, we take time to look at it from a theological level, to explain even from the biblical aspect, with reality added to it, that Haile Selassie I is the fulfillment of the prophecies of not only Bible, but other ancient spiritual writings. Again, my brothers and sisters, this is a two-part video lecture that we have produced for this month. Who is this King of Glory? And of course, the answer really is Haile Selassie I. So you could get the video of the video lecture, or you could get the audio version of the lecture given. It is two parts, and both parts, the video itself of the video lecture is only 50 United States dollars in currency, and the audio of the two-part lecture, Who is this King of Glory, is only $20, again United States currency. And of course, you could make your payment via PayPal, or you could also make your payment through any of the money transfer that are available. But for more information and to place your order, you contact us via our email, that is priestisaac27@gmail.com, for as these videos and the audios as well are e-products. So we will be sending it to you via your email, and you will be getting them in your inbox. Of course, all subscribers to our nightly program, The Shock of the Hour, will be definitely getting a copy of the audio and a copy of the video, the double-part, two-part lecture series, which is our video lecture for this month, Who is this King of Glory? But let me also say that anyone that will order the video lecture itself, two parts, only $50, we will give you a month's worth of the Shock of the Hour nightly recorded program. This is approximately 16 programs for the month, an hour plus for each program, nightly program, giving you enough information and inspiration. So again, email us priestisaac27@gmail.com and order video lecture and uplift their understanding and show it to the family. Who is this King of Glory? Bless. Subscribe to the Mystic Vibrations Shock of the Hour program today and never miss another episode. The Shock of the Hour is a Radio Anu exclusive program produced every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By now, I am sure that you are aware that all our programs are packed with information, inspiration, mystic vibrations, as well as hot button topics. Every evening we enter into a different dimension, even if it is a part 2 of the previous program, whether it's history or mystery, biology or philosophy, domestic affairs or the locks of your hair. The mystic vibration is sure to bring something new and interesting to the table every evening. So never miss another episode again. Subscribe to the Shock of the Hour now. And don't forget your key Swahili word of the day and your daily scientific fact. So, to subscribe, give us an email, priestisaac27@gmail.com, or call or WhatsApp us today. Area code 1268-728-3162. The shock of the hour. Never miss another program. And a special note to all our new subscribers. All our new subscribers will receive a special copy of the DVD documentary, full length, The Night of the Black Tiger, The Divinity of Marcus Messiah God.